matchup between two teams looking to perform on a big stage. It's the Jaguars going up against the Lions.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Leonard Fournette. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 49. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Fournette trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Yeah, the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
One thing that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play, or making a play in space against the ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
Let's go! And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. This is Fournette. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. And the play clock's running down. Fournette. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And that, not a sight you want to see. Leonard Fournette very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Play clock winding down. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down.
Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Now they try the right side here. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the 10-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
First down, Prescott. And this one's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Prescott off play action. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Prescott now. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Let's go! Blue, Niners! Blue, good! Detroit! Detroit! Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back to that Philly. Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Detroit!
And now here's a carry heading left. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Finding it all, his first carry, he loses the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
All right, now look it. Set. B-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd down, Prescott. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Off the play fake, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now Parkey for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So the D-line's going to spread out. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott dumps it off to Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. A first down throw for Prescott. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Prescott on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there, because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. Prescott, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Throwing, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out come the Jags. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch it now, Marty, check.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And now here's a carry heading left. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Play action now, Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 46. Pushing his way through. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And to give this time to the tailback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. As they run left side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get the 3, but you know what's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That one goes for 24 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On play action, Prescott avoids him at the 40. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A second down throw for Prescott. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On play action, they'll throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Time running out here on the play clock. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Prescott to throw it. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. The play clock's running down. Here's Prescott. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Prescott looks to throw on first. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. A second down throw for Prescott. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carl Lawson in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Prescott off play action. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Third and long for Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. In motion comes the tight end left. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. Now a desperation. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up. Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Second down following the run.
Detroit! Detroit!
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. He's going to let it fly. A swing pass caught. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 57 yards. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. First and goal at the 3-yard line now.
Check. Check 3.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is...